Today is day 34 of our 40 days. I'm having a hard time. I already made a recording that there was a problem because of this mic. And I have Toby here with me because, believe it or not, the Ibope of the views of my videos when Toby is on is greater than I am all by myself. So he's here to help me to speak to you today about let me move this here. Oh my God, thank God you can't see my desk, because if you saw, maybe like this is better. And again, I wish I had a microphone who didn't look like a snowball, but all right. We are here today because I want to speak to you about priorities. What is priority in your life? You know, if you are here watching this video, I know that I'm talking to a very specific group of people. Oh, I have something in my eye. Yeah, I had some allergies these days. Is looking one smaller than the other. It's kind of strange. Okay. I know that I'm talking to a very specific kind of people. And that I'm talking to these people and I... não, don't go, stay. Senta. Senta aí com a mamãe. Fica bonitinho. Olha pra câmera. And I've noticed that sometimes we say that we have something as a priority, okay? I ask you, what is a priority in your life? And you who are doing this challenge, you would say, Nanda, my priority is God. God is my priority. Because if you want to be beautiful in God's eyes, it's true, He should be priority in our lives. He should be priority in your life. But what happens is that I notice that usually what we say that is a priority in our lives is not really a priority. We say that God is a priority in our lives, but priority means something that comes first. It comes first, so you give priority to that thing. Do you really give priority to God in your life? Do you really have Him as priority? Maybe you say that God is your priority and then comes your family. But then you work so hard, you work so much, and you never have time to be spending time with your family. You don't know what's going on with your husband. You don't know what's going on with your children because you work. So what is priority in your life? Is work. It's not your family. It's not God. Some people, even among us, you who are assistants and are listening to me, pastors' wives, because I speak even about myself. When we start doing the work of God, the work, we worry so much with the work. We forget that the work is one thing, but God is something else. The work that I do for God is one thing, but my time with God, my intimacy with God is something else. And I see many people, assistants, pastors' wives, sometimes they are weak in their faith because of that. And one day I noticed this about myself too, because I didn't have this understanding. I thought, no, I'm doing the work of God. It's like you go on the net, you read all the blogs, you know everything, you get all the knowledge, you read this blog and that the other, you read like 10 blogs a day. But this does not mean that you're putting God as priority, because God as priority is when you invest in your time with Him. And when you are reading the blog, when you are doing something, when you are doing the work, it's not necessarily investing in your relationship. Stay. Stay. It's not really... I'm forcing my dog to stay. Just... How pathetic is that? Okay, baby, you can go if you want, okay? You can go. Mommy's too bad sometimes. Alright, you can go, baby. Yeah, go. You wanna go? Go. Pode ir. Quer sair daí? Pode ir. Sometimes you invest so much in things that you think are part of your priorities, but are not. You work so hard, but your family feels neglected. But you work for your family. Understand what I mean? But does not mean that you are having the right priorities, because you know what? When we want, we find time for the things we really want. So if you say like this, oh, I don't have time for my husband. If you really want, and if you really want him to be priority in your life, you will make time. If you want to have your family as priority, you make time for your family. If you need, I was thinking about that because, for example, when I'm hungry, I'm going to tell you something. I start getting cranky. I'm very cranky when I'm hungry. You know, I have always to have something in my bag, something. I cannot go a long time without eating. If lunch takes too long, I start to get... I have to hold myself. When I'm hungry, I start getting cranky. So what happens? I make time. I can be very busy, but I know that lunchtime is priority. When I need to go toilet, when you need to go toilet, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how busy you are. You can be in the middle of something really, like talking to people. You're going to find a way. You're going to find time to go toilet. Because if you don't go, you know what a disaster is going to happen. You know, a disaster is going to happen. And the same thing is in our lives. When we don't make our priorities, real priorities, when we don't make time for them, disasters happen in our lives. A disaster will start happening in your life because you don't know about your priorities. And I tell you, you can say like this: God is my priority. Write down how much time you spend with him, how many times a day you talk to him, how much investment there is in the intimacy between you and him. And you're going to see if he's really priority. I wouldn't say even on a week, on a month, but on a daily basis. How much time do you have? How many times you talk to him? How dependent are you of his opinion? How dependent are you of his guidance? This is going to show if God is really a priority in your life. And you know, you need to know all the priorities in your life. Who comes after God? So if God is first, you know that on a daily basis, there must be investment. You must find time. And don't, as I said, don't give excuses. You are driving, you can talk to God. You are sitting down waiting for an appointment, you can talk to him. You don't need to be closed in a closed place. You can talk to him anywhere. You can invest in your relationship anywhere. What about your family? Have you been this person who says my family is my priority, but you don't really give priority to them? Are you mixing up the things you're thinking that because you work so hard, your family should understand that you don't have time for them? So work is your priority, not your family. And I'm telling you this, it might hurt when you see that I'm right, and because it hurt to me when I put down on paper my priorities and I start looking, okay, I start seeing that my life was a mess. My priorities were all not really what I thought it was. Because what I think it is one thing, but what I do is something else. Then what I do is what shows what is my priority. For example, I say that God is my priority, but I don't pray, I don't have time with Him, I don't rely on Him, I don't invest in reading His Word, in understanding His will. So if I just do His work, for example, I work hard, I work in the church, I work in the offices of the church, doing the accounting or whatever. I work hard, but I don't invest in the time. So I'm putting the work of God as a priority before God Himself. Then a problem is going to come. Sooner or later, problems are going to come, are going to start happening, because I'm going to be weak spiritually. I'm not going to stand the problems. I'm going to fall with them. If I say like this, yeah, my husband is God and then my husband. But then I don't invest in my relationship with my husband in the same way that I don't invest with God. Because one thing is sure, if you put the priorities in the right place and God is priority in your life, it means that you are investing in God, therefore God is investing in you. And when there is this exchange of you investing in God and God investing in you, He gives you guidance. And automatically, when you are investing on these things, automatically God starts showing you when you are going off course. When you're going off course, He starts alerting you, look, your priorities are changing. Be careful. Go back, reveal this, reveal that. The Holy Spirit shows you this. And, that's the investment. It's a give and take. It's not just give, or take. It's both ways. So when your first priority is really God, He's going to guide you. So the other priorities will really be happening in your life. But when He is not priority, your life is really messy. Everything about your life is a mess because you lost. He's not guiding you. He's not guiding you because you are not allowing Him to guide you. So invest. The task for today is for you to sit down. Write down your priorities and then analyze. Am I really putting this as a priority in my life? Am I really doing this? Then you're going to see, yeah, I'm changing the priorities. So what are you going to do? You're going to change. You're not going to be, oh my God, meu Deus, my God, I don't do this. I'm so bad. No, this is conversation with the devil. You just throw him away. You will start doing things right from now. From now, your priority is your salvation. Your salvation. God is priority in your life because you prioritize your salvation. And your salvation is not something long that's going to happen in 1,000 years. Your salvation is daily. You can lose your salvation on a daily basis. So on a daily basis, we need to fight for our salvation. And the fight is great. It's not easy, people. It's very hard. That's why we cannot play with this. What are your priorities? Write them down and see if you are doing them. If you are not, change today. Start organizing your life. Having time. Go, with a vision. My week is starting. My day is starting. My God is first. So what can I do? How am I going to do things so God can be first, so I can, give and receive? This is your task for today and forever, actually. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oops.